everybody. Welcome. Today I am following up on a pick a pile reading that I did, which was Go Big or Go Home. And now I'm being led to do the opposite of that. So whether you want to call it baby steps or great things come in small packages, this is what this reading will be, pick a pile. And I've pulled all of my decks that are the smallest decks that I have. So if you didn't catch the Go Big or Go Home, I'll link that at the end. And that used all my largest decks that I had. And now I'm using all the smallest decks that I have. So we're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 piles today. And let's set the intent. What do they need to know? What baby step do they need to know, viewers? What is a great feeling in a little package? What do the viewers need to know? Baby step, small package. What do they need to know? Okay, so what I'm feeling right now is a baby step of an obstacle. What baby step obstacle do the viewers have? So we'll get obstacles and then guidance. Okay, so this will be a little baby step. That's pile 1. Pile 2, baby step and guide. What is your obstacle? What is a baby step obstacle? 2. And we have a baby step obstacle for pile 3, viewers. A baby step obstacle. Pile 4, pile 5, thank you. Pile 6, viewers, baby step obstacle. Baby step obstacle for pile 6, viewers. Thank you. And then we need one more. Room here. One more, please. Thank you. Let's move this out of the way. And then for those who'd like crystals, for pile 1, we have Red Carnelian, and I've been using my baby crystals. It's not going to focus, but that is a Red Carnelian. For pile 2, we have a Lapis Lazuli. For pile 3, yellow calcite. For pile 4, we have a rose quartz. pile 5, we have green aventurine. For pile 6, we have tiger's eye. And pile 7, we have an amethyst flat flower. It's a flower, but it's so tiny, a little floret, amethyst floret. Okay, so pile 1, viewers, the red carnelian. Pile 2, viewers, the lapis lazuli. Pile 3, viewers, yellow calcite. Pile 4, viewers, rose quartz. Pile 5, viewers, green aventurine. Pile 6, viewers, is the tiger's eye. And pile 7, viewers, will be the amethyst rosette. So take a moment, see which pile you're drawn to. You may be drawn to more than one, and that's quite all right. Just trust your intuition. What this reading is baby steps. What your current obstacle is and what you need to do to heal that obstacle. So you might need all 7, or you might need none. But we're doing the opposite of go big or go home. These are the baby steps. But great things come in small packages, right? Isn't that how that saying goes? The best things are in small. I don't know. Maybe in the comment below you can put how does that saying go, because I'm not recalling it right at the moment. But something about great things come in small packages. So I will see you at your pile. Hey, pile 1 viewers, you selected the red carnelian. So let's get your cards. All right, pile 1 viewers, let's see what we have here for you. Okay, pile 1 viewers, I just had to adjust my camera to make sure all the cards are showing here. So we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So these are your obstacles. Occupation, number 34. Sunglasses. Focusing out, perception is what's jumping out at me. Victim mentality. The universe wants what's best for you, not the worst. Change your perspective. It's interesting with the sunglasses here. Okay, the 10 of fire. Okay, 10. The Ace of Swords. That's the one that landed there. And then we have the 3 of Wands. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse. King of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Swords in reverse. The 9 of Cups. And we have the Fox. Stars. Letter. And fish. Okay, let's do this. Ma'at, fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Mnemosyne, goddess of memory, Call to mind a moment of true wakefulness where you popped out of the sleepy lull of forgetfulness and caught a glimpse of who you really are and why you're truly here. And blazon this lucid memory upon your mind and create a word trick so your sunlit consciousness can be a springboard for you and others to remember to remember. So this is very interesting about, and we have offend no one and yet speak the truth, be clear with and kind with your words, never harsh. And emptiness is the absolute reality, the source and support of all things. Okay. All right, so I'm sorry, this light is glaring. That's better. Okay, so looking at your first row of cards, we have the honeymoon card. This is, to me, this reminds me of the Six of Swords card. We have number 34, occupation, and this talks about self-employment, doing work that you love, because like she's so engrossed in this, you know, the light is on, it's nighttime, and she's there utilizing her hands and very focused on this project at hand. Then we have the sunglasses, which talks about focusing out, perception, victim mentality. The universe wants what's best for you, not the worst. Change your perspective. What I love about this deck is this is the Ten of Fire. And this, in this tarot deck, the Ten of Fire is self-mastery, enlightenment, light work, mastery of both craft and self. Take command of yourself and your life. Take responsibility for your actions. Do not be a slave to outside forces. Being disciplined and being dedicated. And then this card, which is 10, is wisdom. In this deck, it's called wisdom. Knowledge, understanding, awareness, illumination. Learning, wisdom is learning from one's mistake. Time to break a cycle. Wisdom is understanding. All right. So, looking at the fairy tale Lenormand cards, the fox in this story is a representative of a trickster, right? Rather than being from one specific tale, he's the wolf, the coyote, the imp who wants to play tricks on you. When this card appears, someone isn't doing what he's supposed to do. So, and he's got a sack of coins here. See, there's a sack of coins here. So then the next card speaks of the stars. And for the stars, we look to the Ojibwa tale of the Star Maiden, a magical creature who lived in a star. She came to a young man to tell him she was seeking a home. She was encouraged by his people to live among them. The Star Maiden discovered a white flower to call her home. Her dreams of safe haven were answered. The star card reminds us that the future is bright. This card offers hope for dreams realized. Where the card lies indicates how close fame and recognition are. Acclaim is at hand when this card falls near the querent card. If a near card about a job, it can indicate a promotion. When you see the stars card, remember fame can be given, but respect must be earned. The Star Maiden had to try her different choices for dwellings, but once she discovered it, her destiny was complete. So, going back to the fox, while being deceived can seem like a bad thing, this can be a good card, meaning fate is working in your favor. But don't expect all the rules to be followed when this redhead shows up. Be cautious before you accept any story as fact. If you are given any responsibilities at work, they may not come with more money right away. Redheads are associated with this card, so pay special attention to anyone with auburn locks. They could be there to teach you a lesson in deception. So it's very interesting how work is definitely here. You know, self-work. I'm sorry, the camera's out of focus again. Still. Been having this issue with focus, people. I'm sorry. So focus. Yeah. The camera doesn't even want to focus. So I'm definitely, the universe is definitely telling you here that you got to change your perspective. You're focusing on the wrong thing. All right, let's go to number 27, letters. Single letter. Little Red Riding Hood by Charles Perrault is a tale relating to communications. Red Riding Hood's mother had instructed her to bring a basket of treats for her grandmother and to stay on the path, but the wolf has slipped a letter into the basket as well. Unaware of the lupine threat, just a few steps away, our heroine has stopped to pick some flowers. Her pause gives the wolf a chance to communicate with her. He tricks her into telling him where her grandmother lives. When she finally made it to her grandmother's cottage, Little Red Riding Hood knew something was wrong. The wolf had devoured the grandmother and eats Red Riding Hood too. The woodsman hears the wolf and quickly cuts him open to save both Red and her grandmother. That's interesting how this card warned you of red-headed hairs, and this card is talking about red. In this tale, as in many, the contents of a letter can affect the outcome of a story. In Lenormand readings, the letter card can represent written exchanges and important information. When you see the letter, know that news of some sort is coming. Other meanings include getting documents or results back from a test. Good news or bad news, the letter needs to be read. So they're making me feel that the Knight of Swords, was coming, as the universe has been sending you messages, but they've been coming with truth and messages, but you haven't been receptive to them. And they're making me feel like, let me focus this. So in this card, the Five of Pentacles, they're feeling left out in the cold. Wow, this is really doesn't want to focus. There we go. So I feel like universe has keeps sending you messages, but I feel like a squirrel stashing away the nuts for wintertime. You've been stashing them away for later. You've not been opening these letters, these messages. That's why it's coming in reverse. I mean, like, how many, they keep coming with truth for you, and you're not even, I mean, you're walking towards it, but you haven't. You haven't taken that journey. This Three of Wands, this speaks of your obstacles, right? So there's some messages that have been coming for you. And I feel like one of them is really someone who's being deceptive, and it's universe trying to warn you of that deception. All right, so we have the fish card. It's the last card here. In the story of Urashima Taro, the fisher lad, we learn what happens when you don't pay attention to your wealth. When Urashima Taro saves a tortoise from death, the tortoise carries him to Rinjin, the palace of the dragon king of the sea. The tortoise turns into the lovely daughter of the king. She tells him that she is to be his wife. The princess gives him her most precious item, but tells him he cannot open the box. Of course, he does open it. In the box was his own youth. Opening it, he ages immediately and dies. So let fish remind you to take care of what you already have in abundance. Make sure you are surrounded by favorable cards. You may need to pay attention to your own profit and loss sheet if the cards are ill aspected. Wealth is coming when fish swim into your spread. Look to see where they are flowing, to see areas where even more resources might be found and utilized. Okay, so the fish is swimming that way, and this was the end. So there's no, I mean, we do have cards here, but there's no more. Remember, this is your future outcome. So your obstacle right now, your little baby step, is you need to change your perspective of universe. You've been focusing on your self-master, your craft, but it's time to focus on self-mastery, your connection with universe, trusting what's being shown to you. You've not taken the steps. And I feel like with the Ace of Cups in reverse, you've not been feeling fulfilled. You're not having that Nine of Cups joy in your life. And I feel like this honeymoon card is you, and there's an angel guiding the boat. So that's you connecting. You focusing out on craft right now and focusing on self-mastery, connecting with source. Because once you do that and you start listening to the messages, all these messages that have been coming to you, like you'll be King of Pentacles. That money is going to be flowing in. Joy is going to be flowing in, happiness. So I feel like you have been your own worst enemy right now, because universe has been trying to send you messages and truths, and one of them is red. Like, I don't know, if someone at work wears the color red, or they're a redhead, someone you're dealing with, that's who you really need to watch and look at closely. Ma'at, so call upon Goddess Ma'at for fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So, and that's so interesting, you picked the Red Carnelian. That's so interesting. I love when the synchronicities all come together. All right, so in whoever this red is, that's, I'm not going to say like stealing your money, but whatever this truth is for this person, it's behind, like, remember the fish talked about like the cards that would be here. So universe is telling you, like, the future it's determined by you. Not, it hasn't been set yet in stone. But you've got to pay attention to what's behind you here. Okay. So start paying attention to the messages that universe is giving you. Truth. They're showing you truth, but you've not been focused on it. Okay. And whatever this deception is, call upon Ma'at to help you with that in fairness. Call to mind a moment of true wakefulness where you popped out of the sleepy lull of forgetfulness and caught a glimpse of who you really are and why you're truly here. Self-mastery. Wisdom. Truth. This is your obstacle, and here's your guidance. The goddess of memory. Call upon her to help you get a glimpse of who you really are and why you're truly here. Emblazon this lucid memory upon your mind and create a word trick so your sunlit consciousness can be a springboard for you and others to remember to remember. Like, that's so interesting. Remember to remember. And, all right. So before I get to these last two wisdom cards, what's jumping back at me now is this whole reading was like baby steps, good things come in small packages, and they're bringing me back to this story where she'd given him a box and he opened it and it was his youth. So, and then he aged immediately and died. So think it was a little box, but it held something so great. All right. So they wanted me to bring that up. Offend no one and yet speak the truth. Be clear with and kind with your words, never harsh. So that's where Ma'at will come in with the fairness. I feel like this needs to go here next to the fox, the one who's being deceptive. So, and this card is bordered in red. All right, let's see. I don't want to cover everybody's card, but I guess we'll have to do that. And then this one says, emptiness is the absolute reality, the source and support of all things. So, this is also giving me hermit vibe, where you need to go on that journey, right? Go on to that journey connecting with source and spirit, go into quiet and meditation so you can work on self-mastery. So this is what I have for you, Pile 1 viewers. It is really clear here. It's just a baby step. This isn't really anything hard, but the big message that I'm getting is there's a redhead in your environment that they've been trying to point out to you and show you. Yeah, that's what I have for you, Pile 1 viewers. I hoped it helped. If it did, please click the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. It's free for you. Easy to do, just clicking on it, and it really does help my channel. In the description box below, I will have all the decks I've used, ways you can contact me for a personal reading, and other ways you can support the channel. And I think this is, I love this reading. Like, this is very, very interesting to me how red has come up so many times here. And what they're showing me now too is that this Knight of Swords in reverse is this, like, this is why you can't trust that person with the wearing a Red Riding Hood cape, right? Can't trust that person. And this one also, she's wearing red. And she's got, like, I don't want to say blood dripping from her mouth because it's not red, but it could just because the card is so small, the inked in red. But, like, she's talking untruth here. but universe is trying to warn you, right? I'm rambling, but this is just so fascinating to me. Okay. Love and light, pile 1 viewers. Hey, pile 2 viewers. You selected the Lapis Lazuli. So let's get the rest of your cards. So let's see what we have. Pile 2. We have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Remember, these are your obstacles. We have mature man. We have wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection. Jealousy. Your past wounds need healing. Work on your self-love. You are far greater than you know. 2. And the 8 of earth. And we have the high priestess in reverse. The fool. The ace of swords. The strength. The page of pentacles. The 6 of pentacles. Then we have, all right, let me adjust the camera a little bit here. We have rider, tree, anchor, and lady. And we have Sedna, Sarasvati, Kuan Yin, learn and not doubt so you can understand the peaceful calm of enlightenment. When your words are lies, where will your mischief end? Okay, pile 2 viewers. So your obstacles, what I'm seeing here, engagement, mature man, wedding rings. I feel like your obstacle is that you currently, now this is not, all right, I don't want to say gender, but it's energy. So whether, if you're a male and this is about a female, or if you're a female and this is about a male, the feminine energy, this reading, your obstacle is whoever you're currently in a relationship with. There's an engagement to a mature man, and this, I feel like you are in this entanglement, and I'm saying that because of how this card looks like these ribbons are entangled with each other. And you're going through with this union so I don't know how to word this. Okay, pile 2 viewers. This is a general reading, so it won't resonate with everyone. Don't make it fit to your story, but trust your intuition. But I feel that you are tremendously jealous. You have this jealousy shadow part of you that it says your past wounds need healing. Work on your self-love. You are far greater than you know. And what they're showing me is that you are currently in a relationship with a mature, like an masculine energy, wise, older soul. You're engaged and you're going to be married, but this entanglement is not for your greatest and highest good. This relationship is not for your greatest and highest good. I feel like in this deck, the Maiden, I feel like you're supposed to be following your dreams, discovering your passions. But your obstacles are that this is the Eight of Earth, and this talks about growth and accomplishments and success and abundance. But that's your obstacle because of your selfishness and your jealousy, that you're seeking your own answers. Like they're like, la la la, I don't care what everybody's telling me, or I don't care what universe is showing me. I don't want this person to be with anybody else, so I'm gonna, and literally the candle just went out as I said that. So when I light a candle, I invite spirit in. So universe and source is here when I do readings. So me just saying this, and that candle, it went snuffed right out. I feel like this whole relationship has no spirit in it, has no universe in it. It's not divine. It's not. I felt like, yeah, we're bouncing. We're out of here. Meaning source, spirit, your angels and guides and support team bounced out of here. As soon as I said, you're just doing your own little thing, frolicking, being your jealous self, entangled up with someone you should not be with. So this is your obstacle. You're not, you're, I have, like, I need to light another candle, so hold on a second. Okay, so, like, no joke, that flame doesn't even want to really start. It's, spirit has left the building, and I'm not liking this energy at all. So just, pile two viewers, you're gonna have to bear with me for a moment, because everything I do is through love and light and spirit. And so for spirit to have left the building is not cool. So your obstacle is that you have completely removed spirit from this relationship that you're in. Yep, the High Priestess in reverse. You're not tapping in to your intuition. You're not connecting with source through this. You've just packed your little sack and off you go. I feel like spirit, and even right now, you're being shown truth, and yet you're just sticking, like, in this strength card is very interesting. This young person is sticking flowers in each of the rifles. Like, nope, nope, nope. So I feel like you're just, but to me, these look like swords of truth, right? Of spirit. And you're just even blocking everything that's, wow. All right, I really am not liking this energy. Like, you really need to work on your jealousy and your self-worth and self-love and self-value, because you are gonna go down this road of commitment with someone that you don't belong with. And you even know it. The amount of fighting that you're doing, you know this. All right, let me go with this. The fairy tale. We have the Rider, which is number 1. like, it doesn't feel good when spirit leaves the building. In the enchanted horse, a magical horse brings a prince and princess together, but then a crafty sultan uses that same horse to kidnap the princess. The prince she loves must be wily in how he defeats the powerful sultan. He succeeds in his goal and uses the same magical horse to escape with his love back to his own kingdom. The rider is the card of success. This can be news of a victory or the realization of a dream. Our princess had her dreams answered when her love rescued her. Her prince achieved his victory. When the rider shows up in your reading, know that you will see victory wherever the rider is heading. What is behind the rider could show you the path to your triumph. All the amazing things you want out of life could be coming your way when the rider approaches. Who is riding towards you is a good question to ponder with this enchanting card. This card can also be used for a male lover. All right, so let's see what the tree says. Number 5. In the Brothers Grimm's tale, The Juniper Tree, a mother wishes for a child. She makes a wish with blood under a juniper tree. Her wish is granted in the form of a son, as white as snow and as red as blood. The mother dies from her happiness just after giving birth to her son. She is buried beneath that juniper tree. The boy is later killed by his new stepmother. His horrified half-sister buries his bones beneath the tree. He is returned to the family after his half-sister goes on a magical quest. Your own ancestry is shown in the tree. Here you can see your roots, both good and bad. The tree indicates health as well as past life, too. Notice the face in this tree. Just like the sun in the juniper tree, you are reminded to watch your own health in all areas. You should always remember to stay in charge of your personal well-being. Let's see if I can focus this. Okay, that's interesting. And we have number 35, the anchor. The Little Mermaid, from the Little Mermaid, we have the anchor from the prince's ship. The Little Mermaid has a goal of finding her one true love. That's the prince who represents the harbor she is seeking. There is also a note of being stuck, which is what happens to our mermaid when she learns that there will be a sacrifice and commitment required for love to work. She accepts that she needs to be grounded in order to achieve the stability she is seeking. The treasures around this anchor reflect the rewards that will come with this safe place that she has discovered. Sorry. When the anchor appears in your spread, look at what area of your life it is providing stability for. An anchor that has several unlucky cards nearby would indicate something is not steady or needs further support. So, talks about the treasure. All right, and then we have number 29, the lady. So this is all very clear to me. There are 2 versions of the lady. You can choose the princess or the peasant, as you like. The lady is the quintessential feminine figure of the land of fairy tales. The princess needs her love match in all the classic tales. She is the one who makes the hero yearn to be better. Feminist leanings aside, the lady represents the feminine side of life. Here, our princess wears a gown featuring purple, one of the colors associated with royalty. She dresses to influence those around her. She's not without power of her own. In the peasant lady, we feature Cinderella. Remember that no matter if our lady is a servant or a princess, her role in the tale is important. Her presence in the Lenormand deck is straightforward. If your question is for a woman, this card is that woman. If it is for a man, she is the woman in his life, or the one he is looking for. Pay attention to her hands. Is she reaching for a particular card? Who or what is she looking at? That card will be significant in any reading about love. So she is looking at the anchor, right? So your current situation is not stable. This is this obstacle. You have to work on this, and then your prince will come in, and it will be like I'm showing. They're showing me these two cards together with the anchor, the stability of these two. This is unstable. But this is you. This is your doing. Your jealousy is causing you to be in a relationship you should not be in. So pile 2 viewers, call upon Goddess Sedna. Infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So it's giving me that self-love vibe, like you need to know your worth and value. See, like here she's got, the flowers are gathered by her. She's not sticking them in all these truths. Sarasvati, the arts. Express yourself through creative activities. And here she's got her toe in a water lily. And she's sitting on all these flowers. I feel like you need to hold on to the flowers and stop blocking the truth that universe spirit's been showing you. You're holding on to this one thing where universe is like, but we have so many things to offer you. So many different loves. Kuan Yin Bodhisattva of compassion. I know I'm killing that, sorry. You are filled with the purity of 1,000 suns, giving you the ability to listen to the song every soul, including your own, is singing. Your power lies in your ability to hear people beyond their words, because you are attuned to their true needs. Your white-hot alchemy transforms the mud of fear into the lotus flower of forgiveness. Okay. Then we have learn and not doubt, so you can understand the peaceful calm of enlightenment. When your words are lies, where will your mischief end? When your words are lies, when will your mischief end? Okay, pile 2 viewers. This is all I've got for you. Your obstacle that you need to work on is the relationship you're in is not divinely presented to you. It is something you seeked out on your own, blocking all. It's an entanglement and it's not stable. You need to work on yourself, heal on yourself, healing the jealousy. And then having that self-worth and value, you'd want to release that. And when you release that, the universe will bring in. Sorry, my camera just does not want to focus. Universe will bring in a stable partner for you. I hope this helped, pile 2 viewers. Please click the like button. If you're not already subscribed, just hit that little notification. It helps out my channel and it's free to you. I truly appreciate you being here, and I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and light, pile 2 viewers. Hey, pile 3 viewers. You selected the yellow calcite. Okay, let's see. What is your obstacle? Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. All right, so pile 3 viewers. What is your obstacle? What is your small baby step obstacle? We have message. What is pile 3's obstacle? We're doing a baby step. What is their obstacle? We have 1 card, please, for pile 3 viewers. If they're a baby step, what is their obstacle? Just 1 card, please. Karmic relationship. And the snake. You got 2 cards. Okay. What do they need to work on? What is pile 3's shadow? What is their obstacle? Codependency. This is a relationship addiction. You're relying too heavily on the other person for your sense of self-worth. Give yourself more self-love. Okay. We have 2 cards, please. Thank you. That's too many. I just need 1 more. That's the Ace of Earth. This reminds me of this card, the snake. Oh, I just need 1 more, please. 1 more card for pile 3 viewers, please. Okay, I'll take the one that was upright. Let's see. Okay. And the 6 of Fire. Alright, there's a lot of fighting going on. We have 2, please. Two cards, please. Thank you. Two cards for pile 3 viewers. Okay, so we have the 2 of Cups, the 3 of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Okay. And we have 2 cards from this deck, please. We're not going to have enough room if you guys keep giving me 3 cards. I don't know if 3 is a significant number for you, but 3 cards keep wanting to fall out. I only need 2, please. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Knight of Cups and Queen of Cups. Pile 3 viewers. Well, you are pile 3, so. All right, 2 cards, please. got lots of cups here. Oh my gosh. Lots of cups. We have 2 of cups, Knight of cups, Queen of cups, 8 of cups, 6 of cups in reverse. Okay. Then let's get 4 from this deck, please. 4 from, no, they want me to shuffle. Okay. What is your obstacle? All right, so we have the tree. We have the anchor. The house. And crossroads. All right, so as I'm gonna get the rest of the cards, I already clearly see what this is. So the tree talks about a mother and son and family. The anchor is your relationship stable or not? And I feel like your obstacle is that your love life is being influenced by religious factors, by family, like what they're requiring of you. And this relationship that you're in is it's a karmic relationship. It's a relationship for you to learn lessons, right? You're supposed to, it's not that you weren't supposed to be in this relationship, but the lessons have been learned, or you're now seeing that. And I feel like you're going to receive a message about something that's going to come, like it says the other woman. I feel like that this message is going to come to you about this other woman, and it's time to let go. This says letting go and loving you, loving yourself. You were in this, I know this. Okay, I'm sorry. It says this is a relationship addiction. You are relying too heavily on the other person for your sense of self-worth. Give yourself more love. So I feel like this relationship that you're in is more guided by family, like what the family's expecting of you, and religious factors. But it is time to let go and love yourself, because I feel like some of you have already gotten this message, like, because this is open, right? This letter envelope's open. You've already received this message about competition and the other woman or a man, like, it doesn't matter, but I feel like you've already received this message. This is a huge snake here, and there's been fighting over it too, battling. And I'm seeing good and evil. Like, this person keeps, telling you one thing, but they're saying one thing, but their actions are another. Two of Cups, like, this relationship, it's time. Just like, this Two of Cups to me is a very dark energy, right? This is a darkness that that this person that you've gone on this journey with, there's like blood dripping from her lips, so she's not even spoke, and I'm saying she because of the card, but I feel like the passion and the heat is there, right? The passion and the heat is there. But what's coming out of their mouths is venom. It's not truth. They're the Knight of Cups. See, like this card, he's not even really holding the cup. And the cup is empty. So he or she is presenting you a cup that they're not even holding. It's not in their possession. And it's like, I feel like every time any situation arises here, they're showing me like they dive deep down into, like, the water represents emotion, and they've got all these shiny, sparkly new cups in reserve, right? So every time something happens, they dive down and come up with another new shiny cup, like, okay, here, I promise this time. But that's just not truth coming out of the mouth. Yeah, you need to walk away. You've been blocking yourself from your two. Like, this is the Six of Cups, and I feel like all this reminiscing, where like plants are even growing out of these cups, right? That not in the sense, not where growth and love is grown, but like it's been sitting there. Each cup has been sitting there, and weeds are growing out. So every time this person is going down and getting another new shiny cup of love to offer you, they're just sitting there growing weeds, and you're sitting at this table by yourself. And that's why this came in reverse. Like, you're... All right, let me read about the house and the crossroads. Number 4. Rather than using any specific story, we choose the archetype of the little cottage in the woods. Nearly every fairy tale heroine and hero either began their story from their humble home or sought sanctuary in such a place. Snow White found shelter in a little cottage like this. This card can represent safety and security, as well as prosperity, real estate, and physical location. Family gathers here, and secrets might be hiding behind that closed door. The path of the stones lead out as well as in. The cards around this can indicate what is stirring inside the home. Is it a witch's oven or a family gathering for a happy celebration? Look for your questioner's card if the question is about real estate. Okay, we're not doing that. All right, so yeah, I feel like remember we spoke about family tree, family history, programming, religious requirements. This is not a stable relationship for you. And this home clearly is the witch's oven. So, and I don't even need to read. You're at a crossroads now. But universe is giving you this message saying it's time to love yourself. It is time to take the higher ground, the ground for self-love. And all right, let's see. And because this reading, so as I said in the introduction, I did a reading a while back, Go Big or Go Home. And that was a big thing that universe was having you work on and get done before the year end. This is the opposite of that. I'm using the smallest decks that I have. It's great things come in little packages or baby steps, right? So this is a baby step for you. And to me, this would seem like it's big, but I almost feel like universe has been laying out the path for you and your family sees it. So this would be a baby step for you because they are now aware and they have been shown and they see now. So you will be supported in walking away, leaving. So I don't know if you were asking for a sign or something, but I feel like this is universe giving you the message you've been asking for. You can walk away from this relationship, even though you have felt it's family and religion required, because of what has transpired over many times, many years, many situations. Apply to it however it would fit for you. Your family will understand and support you now because truth has been shown. So Goddess Sedna says, infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So universe is supporting you on this. You're not going to be alone. But it is time for you to give yourself some more self-love. Let's look within for a place of rest, your temple of the heart. And one more card, please, for pile 3 viewers. Master your words, master your thoughts. Never allow your body and speech to harm others. Okay, so this is just a gentle reminder that ending this does not have to be this. This fighting does not have to be. That's all I have for you, pile 3 viewers. I hope that helped. Please click the like button if it did. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me out, and I truly appreciate you being here. And if you'd like to schedule a personal reading or would like to know of other ways how you can help the channel, it will be in the description box below, along with the decks I've used today. Look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and light. Hey, pile 4 viewers, you selected the rose quartz. Okay, let's see. What is your obstacle? Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. All right. Let's see. What do we have for pile 4 viewers? Baby steps. What you need to work on. What is your obstacle that universe wants you to work on? We have 1 card, please. Toil and labor, number 38. Pile 4. What is their obstacle? Thank you. Runner, a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. Pile 4 viewers, what is their obstacle? What is their shadow? Forgive self, accept what has happened, and give yourself grace to make mistakes. Obstacle does pile 4 viewer need to heal? We're asking for a baby step. Nothing big, nothing major, just some little baby step. Can we have 2 cards, please? 14 birth and 3. Okay. 2 cards, please. Five of Wands in reverse. And the Nine of Swords. And 2 cards from this deck, please. Pile 4 viewers. What are your obstacles? Baby step. 2 cards, please. Thank you. 6 of Wands in reverse. One more card, please, for pile 4 viewers. Thank you. 5 of Wands. Okay. Interesting. I have 2 cards, please, for pile 4 viewers. That's too many. 2 of Swords. One more, please. Thank you. Oh my God. All right, so before I continue on, this is really, so we have the 5 of Wands in reverse. Then you've got the 6 of Wands in reverse. And then you've got the 5 of Wands, the 2 of Swords, and the 5 of Wands. So you've gotten the 5 of Wands 3 times. Pile 4 viewers, what is going on with you? It is very interesting. We have 4 cards, please, here for pile 4 viewers. 4 cards. Thank you. 3 more, please. Thank you. So this is the first, birds, and the moon, and then the crossroads, and we need 1 more, please. Snake. Okay. All right, so your obstacle is the chemistry, runner, mistakes. I have 1 card, please. What goddess will help pile 4 viewers? What goddess is here to help pile 4 viewers? Thank you. Mawu. Let's get some Buddha wisdom, please. Buddha wisdom to help pile 4 viewers. Buddha wisdom to help pile 4 viewers. Okay, you got 2 there. Okay. So I want to look at this. So these are smaller. These little dudes are smaller than a mushroom. Fighting. You're up all night. It's interesting because the blindfold isn't even a blindfold on her. It's just the streamer happened to blow across her eyes, so that's only momentarily. And what's interesting is that they're fighting with their wands on fire, but these dudes, their wands are not on fire. Okay. view here. Let's see if I can adjust the camera a little bit. Okay, so we're baby stepping here. This is something small, but what I'm getting from this is your obstacle is, what's jumping out at me is this toil and labor card, where even though like she is in this huge machine which can cut off her fingers, it is an automated process. So she's just tending to this automated process. So I feel like you just keep looping in these, making these same mistakes over and over, because you're listening to your ego, your whatever this situation is in, and I'm feeling it's in all your relationships. You're this chemical magnetic pull, but it's not spiritually based. And in this deck, the King of Air is forceful, precise, disciplined, no room for compromise. And then the Three of Air talks about expanding your mind, communication. And this communication is what's jumping out at me, is that this is your obstacle, right? So you are just so automated in ego with how you communicate and how things have to be precise with you, that these arguments keep arising. And at first they're small, they're just little, and yet you're able to work from it, but you are up at night stressing about it. However, it seems to be such a repeating pattern for you that this, there's no victory in it, because it just keeps continuing and it gets bigger and bigger. So, these little ones started out smaller, then we get to the bigger clubs, and I feel like this card is making me like you don't have the swords up, right? You're not in an avoidance and a stalemate position. However, you, with your arm folded, you feel like, well, again, being an ego, you're like, well, I work on it. I think about it. I'm up at night, it's almost like a denial, right? That you don't feel that you're bound and tied to this avoidance and stalemate, but it like, look how many times it's happening, and you're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to misunderstand a situation. But this is this is your obstacle, that you're so in ego in an automated process that you don't really take the time to get to learn. Like, he's studying, right? He's looking in the book, he's studying, he's educating himself, but you've not done that. You are not learning from your mistakes. All right, so let's see what the fairy tale has to say here. We're starting with birds, number 12. How the King of Birds was chosen is a Mayan story that describes how Quetzal, a plain brown bird, campaigned to be king of the birds. He convinced the beautiful but shy roadrunner to lend him his feathers. When the Quetzal was chosen because of his borrowed finery, he failed to return those feathers. Due to this problem, the roadrunner now hides and watches all the comings and goings of other birds. He wants to communicate with the Quetzal, but the king of birds flies too high. All of the birds in the background of this card represent just how badly things can go awry when too many beaks are involved. Notice where the birds card shows up to determine who is communicating and why. Make sure you truly understand what it is you want to say and what it is being said to you. Perhaps you can avoid any misunderstandings simply by paying close attention to the cards closest to the birds. So again, let me show you this here. Definitely, this is touching on what I just said. Like, it's all about communication. You know, you. All right, so it was next to the moon. And the moon says, here is the moon spotlighting Cinderella's coach in the Little Slipper story. Cinderella has been seen more than once by the prince to make a deep impression. When you see this card, remember that public acclaim may be close at hand. Like Cinderella, you may be noticed. Of course, she was noticed for her beauty. Your awards may come for other things. The moon shines on cycles as well. Stick to the plan to reap the applause. If you are looking at this card in terms of a business venture, which we're not, this could be the moon pointing to something important you need to know. So it's talking about, you know, you're putting up a false front, you're not communicating. And birds are all about communication too, not choosing your words wisely. So the moon is showing you where you can improve yourself and pay more attention. Now, crossroads, we know there's always two paths. We always have a choice, right? And they want me to point out to you, I'm sorry. They want me to point out to you the crossroads and your forgive self. You can continue going down the path of making the same mistake over and over and over, or you can forgive yourself and give yourself grace that you made mistakes, but you're learning from them. And you're going to be open and receptive to what interactions you're having. Now the snake, I know, depending on the way he's facing. Rikki Tikki Tavi comes from the modern day fairy tales of Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book. A brave mongoose must protect his humans from the evil cobras that lurk in the garden. He manages to kill Nag, but must battle the female Nagini. She is the dark-haired woman that this card sometimes indicates. The snake shows up where you need to look out for betrayal and manipulative people close by. Be wary when the snake appears because someone is out to deceive you. Snake slithers into your world to cause problems. Look to the cards nearby to determine who or what might be trying to trap you. Carefully explore your spread to see which way the snake coils. So the snake is coiling at you, right? Back at your words, your actions. Okay, I just feel like you are always in disagreements and confrontations. And so it's time for you to take a look at yourself. And, you know, it's like you're so magnetically drawn, like you love a good fight is what I hear. Like now they're making me feel like you are so magnetically drawn to fighting. You love it. You've got your collect, so it's not that you're up at night. This is a general reading. It might, you know, different parts will resonate with different people. But what they're showing me right now is like, look how you're displaying your swords, right? That this is how much you love fighting, that you you just love a good fight. You're so magnetically drawn to it. And it's an automatic thing for you now. And you just have them all on display. And yet you're like, no, look, my swords are down. I'm not even holding them. All right, so Mawu, Mother Earth, you are called upon to help with environmentalism. And what I get from that is based on the mushrooms, the swamp lands, the birds, the nature path. Like, you need to get out into Mother Nature. Absolute reality is beyond name, form, and individuality. It is within you. It is the gateway to your noble self. Be the one who is awake. Shine in radiance of spirit. And this says, let the ultimate truth be your soul food. Gathering nothing, store nothing. Yeah, I feel like you need to get out into Mother Nature. Connect back with Source that way. Try and go for a nature walk and really take a look at yourself and forgive yourself. Accept what's happened, but it's time to take those swords down off the walls. Gather nothing. Gather nothing. It's time to take these swords down. That's what I have for you, Pile 4 viewers. I hope it helped. If it did, please click the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, just hit that little notification. It's free to you and it helps out my channel. And in the description box below will be the decks I've used, other ways how you can support my channel, and if you're interested in a private reading, my information is there below. I look forward to connecting with you next time, Pile 4 viewers. Love and light. Okay, hi, Pile 6 viewers. This is now my third attempt on doing your reading. During the first one, the battery died. The second attempt, apparently, I know I hit record, but it shut off. So the cards have already been pulled. So we'll just get into it now. You picked the Tiger's Eye. And let's hopefully get through this. So we have Retreat. We have Mature Man. We have Engagement Ring. Jealousy. Your past wounds need healing. Work on your self-love. You are far greater than you know. We have the 8 of Air. The 8 of Earth. The 5 of Cups. The Page of Wands in reverse. The King of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Cups. The 8 of Cups in reverse. The 8 of Wands in reverse. Oh, this is interesting. You have all 8 represented here. Swords, Wands, Earth, and Cups. Okay, and then we have Clover, Moon, Fox, and Stars, Sarasvati, Mary, Mother of the Christ Presence, and we'll get to the wisdom later. Okay. So let me check. We're recording. Okay. So What small baby step? What is your smallest obstacle that will have the greatest, biggest results in healing? So your obstacles: retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world, mature man, eternity, completion, union, jealousy. The Eight of Swords, what's really standing out at me is he stabbed his left hand and it's bleeding. So whatever truth has been spoken, it stabbed you, you only ended up hurting yourself. And then I feel like this Eight of Earth, that same left hand, has this healing energy sphere she's holding. Okay. And then this rabbit seems scared. It's afraid. Like the ears are back. And these 3 cups, I've spilt blood. Okay. And what's interesting is the Page of Wands. The wand she's holding does not have a flame on it, but the other wands do. Okay. All right, so I'm going to read what your fairy tale Lenormand story is here. So the first card that came out was number 2, the Clover. In the story of Thumbelina, the heroine had to avoid unwanted suitors. One of them was a very nasty mole. It says mole, but I saw male. So that must mean something. Luckily for Thumbelina, she was kind to an injured swallow who returned to save her from the pursuing rodent. The bird left her in a forest where she could hide. Inspired by the beautiful clover, she made a bower for herself. Here in the Clover card, our sweet little Thumbelina is asleep. Perhaps her dreams are showing her how to spark her own fortunes even more. Thumbelina will be rewarded for creating her own luck, and so will you. Know that serendipity is smiling on you every time Clover turns up. Where you see this card, look for the opportunity cards nearby. That is where you will be blessed with fortune. Negative cards nearby can indicate that growth is not going to happen the way you might have hoped for. When the Clover appears near ill-fated cards, it may mean that you are hiding from your own good luck. Be like Thumbelina and utilize this card of opportunity to make things go your way. So the card that you have next to it is the Moon. And the Moon says, here is the moon spotlighting Cinderella's coach. In the Little Slipper story, Cinderella has to be seen more than once by the prince to make a deep impression. When you see this card, remember that public acclaim may be close at hand. Like Cinderella, you may be noticed. Of course, she was noticed for her beauty. Your awards may come from other things. The moon shines on cycles as well. Stick to the plan to reap the applause. If you are looking at this card in terms of a business venture, then promotion is a necessity. Her fairy godmother had to dress Cinderella up so she would be noticed. Pay attention also to the things that happen more than once. This could be the moon pointing to something important that you need to know. What lies near the moon may be things that deserve praise from you. Don't overlook the power of the moon in showing you where you can improve yourself so you can garner more attention. Interesting. So, right, for some of you, because this is a general reading and it's timeless, So for some of you right now, I feel like this is clearly, it's time to come out of hiding. See, the obstacle spoke of retreat. You've disconnected from the world and you've been in hiding for too long. And it's time to come out and show your glorious full moon self. Okay, number 14 is the fox. Let's see. The fox shown here is representative of the trickster in the land of fairy tales. Rather than being from one specific tale, he is the wolf, the coyote, the imp who wants to play tricks on you. When this card appears, someone isn't doing what he's supposed to do, or it may be his role to break the rules. While being deceived can seem like a bad thing, this card can be a good card, meaning fate is working in your favor. But don't expect all the rules to be followed when this red head shows up. Be cautious before you accept any story as fact. If you are given new responsibilities at work, they may not come with more money right away. Redheads are associated with this card, so pay special attention to anyone with auburn locks. They could be there to teach you a lesson in deception. All right. Doing the unexpected. When this card appears, someone isn't doing what he's supposed to be doing. So I feel like this is reflective. It's not so much that for some of you, there will be an auburn locked person, the redhead you have to watch out for, but I feel the main energy, the strongest energy that I'm getting off of these cards is it's you. You know, it's just confirming here. It's time to come out of hiding. Your obstacle is you've been retreating and you're not supposed to be. All right, and then the last card is number 16, the stars. For the stars, we look to the Ojibwe, I'm mispronouncing that, I'm sorry, Ojibwe tale of the Star Maiden, a magical creature who lived in a star. She came to a young man to tell him she was seeking a home. She was encouraged by his people to live among them. The Star Maiden discovered a white flower to call her home. Her dreams of safe haven were answered. The Stars card reminds us that the future is bright. This card offers hope for dreams realized. Where the card lies indicates how close fame and recognition are. Acclaim is at hand when this card falls near the Querent card. If near a card about a job, it can indicate a promotion. When you see the Stars card, remember fame can be given, but respect must be earned. The Star Maiden had to try out her different choices for a dwelling, but once she discovered it, her destiny was complete. So it's just confirming, like, you're supposed to be the shining star. See who we have here. Sarasvati, the arts. Express yourself through creative activities. Mary, Mother of the Christ presence. Go to the rooftop of your consciousness so you may receive your higher calling. Surrender to the divine energy birthing through you. Without needing to have it all figured out, be a willing vessel through whom the universe can deliver a new idea, creation, or expression that might be the salvation of the world. Like, yes, come out of hiding. You are supposed to be the shining star to the world with something. You know, the Eight of Cups talks about walking away, moving on from emotional pain, but this is in reverse, so you're still stuck in this. And even the Eight of Wands talks about movement, change, traveling, but it's in reverse. Feel like you've been crying over some mistakes or regret or disappointments, and that's why you've retreated. But the Page of Wands is a free spirit, and it coming in reverse. This is your obstacle. You've not. And what I'm picking up with this card is eternity. Like, you've made a commitment, even though you might not remember it, you've made a commitment. And it's time to remember your higher calling. Jealousy. Your past wounds need healing. All right, let's see what your wisdom cards say here. Guard your mind with vigilance. Nurture the positive and remove the negative. Your mind will find peace. So they're showing me this card here, like the positive thoughts and the negative thoughts, which draw blood, right? You must guard your mind and nurture the positive, because this jealousy is negative thought. Why do I can't even speak. Why do what you will regret and bring sorrow upon yourself? Do only what you do not regret and fill yourself with grace. And it says, don't let worldly temptations lead you astray. Yeah. So this is very clear to me, Pile 6 viewers, that your obstacle is just something as simple and small as come out from hiding and be the shining star that you are. Call upon Mother Mary to help you with your consciousness and surrender. And don't let your negative thoughts all your negative thoughts bring this fear and stagnation, which is not true. Like, all of this is all of this, all of this is they're showing me that all of this hiding that you're doing is causing even more further disconnect and I want to say unpeace, like the opposite of peace is, but they're saying you are this creative divine being, and you need to express your creative activities because the world needs you right now. But it's your own thoughts, your own worries and fears. You know, they say there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Like, it's okay. All these spilt cups, there's nothing to fear about that. It's no reason to put yourself in hiding and stuff. You're still You're still this charming, loving, romantic, like, I feel like you have a gift to give the world, and you've not been. So I'm focusing on this card. Come out of hiding. No more retreating. So this little baby step is literally come out of your cave. Come out of your hobbit house. Come out of seclusion and hiding. That's what I have for you, Pile 6 viewers. I hope it helped. If it did, please click the like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It's just a click of a button for you, and it helps me out tremendously. In the description box below, we'll have all the decks I've used, how you can schedule a personal reading with me, and other ways you can help support the channel. I appreciate you being here, and I want to see you shining like a star one day, because you have something to impact this world for sure. Love and light. Hey, Pile 7 viewers. You selected the amethyst flower. So, let's see what your card is. It says wedding. So what is the obstacle for Pile 7 viewers? What small baby step will have the biggest change for them? What is their littlest obstacle? Pile 7 viewers. What is their obstacle? Thank you. We have community. Pile 7. What is their obstacle? What is their obstacle? Keys on a ring. Many options, decisions. Pile 7. What is their obstacle? What is their obstacle? Forgive, self-acceptance, what has happened, and give yourself grace to make mistakes. Pile 7 viewers, can we have 2 cards, please, from this deck? Thank you. What is their obstacle? Well, that's too many. But we'll take the first one that flew out. Earth, the 14 of Earth. All right, can we have one more card, please, for Pile 7 viewers? Thank you. And that's interesting. 12 and 14. What is the biggest obstacle for Pile 7 viewers? 2 cards from this deck, please. That's 3. Thank you. So we have the High Priestess in reverse and the Moon in reverse. All right. What is the biggest obstacle? Sorry, no, what's the smallest obstacle? What's a small obstacle for all 7 viewers? What baby step do they need to take? What is their obstacle? We have one more, 2. 9 of Wands in reverse. And the Ace of Swords. Ace of Pentacles and another Ace of Swords. Interesting. So you've gotten that twice. Okay. And we have 4, please. File 7 viewers. The book. Crossroads. The Anchor. One more, please. The letter. Okay. Pile 7. What goddess will help you with this obstacle? And we have 1 goddess, please. Thank you. Ma'at, fairness. Durga, goddess of divine forces, you are mighty, multifaceted, multi-talented, and multi-dimensional. A Renaissance woman that shouldn't be pigeonholed or held back. You can be all that you came here to be and then some. But when you feel you are spinning too many plates, drop the ones of lesser value and focus on what is most essential to your soul's calling. File 7 viewers. Can we have 1 Divine Feminine Wisdom card? Oh, I saw it flip over. There it is. In love, there is only love itself. No room for logic of the mind. Go beyond likes and dislikes. Free yourself from attachment. Interesting. Okay. So, your obstacle, I feel like, is how the community views a romantic relationship, a wedding. Many options of decision. Unconventional. String along. One night stand. Forgive. Self-acceptance. What has happened, and give yourself grace to make mistakes. All right, so I'm going to read. I'm getting an energy here, but I want more with this part of your story. So the fairy tale Lenormand, number 26, the book. Here is the book of all the tales of all the peoples of the world. Fairy tales have been told person to person, tribe to tribe, and family to family, for as long as we can remember, community to community. This is the universal teaching method of the world. Read a fairy tale to learn the knowledge of a people. Here you see the quintessential grimoire of the magic worker. Research, secrets, and investigation are the message of the book. When you crack the cover, you will find a treasury of magic, mysteries, and more. We've chosen to honor the Grimm brothers in our spelling of grimoire. Like they did, you will find that research is called for, and if this card falls close to your question, there may be secrets yet to be revealed. Symbols flow out of the book, but can you grasp them, or will they float away? Hidden in these pages is the wisdom you seek, the knowledge you yearn for. When the book opens in your spread, know that you may not have all the facts yet, but they are coming to you. Secrets will reveal themselves. Become a student of your own life so that you are prepared to receive the information. The book can also indicate material success that comes from acquiring knowledge. And the crossroads is number 22. The path taken remains a quintessential motive in the world of fairy tales. Many of hero and heroine is made at this crucial point. The road you take will influence everything else that happens. In your spread, you have choices to make. Which direction will be the best one for you? There are many hidden faces here. These are your subconscious thoughts helping you make the most of this card. Do you take the left or the right path? You must weigh all the possibilities to make the right decision. This card won't give you all the answers, but the nearby ones might help clarify the situation. Pay attention to all the options available to you. The closer to the card that represents you, then the more time-sensitive the decision is. Sometimes the worst thing we can do is not to make any decision at all. So I'm gonna there's spaces everywhere. And then in the book, see all the symbols. What symbol's jumping out at you? There's even a face there. So what I'm getting right now is you can't make this choice yet on which path to go until you do some more research and find out some hidden secrets. All right, number 35, the anchor. From the Little Mermaid, we have the anchor from the prince's ship. The Little Mermaid has a goal of finding her one true love. That's the prince who represents the harbor she is seeking. There is also a note of being stuck, which is what happens to our mermaid when she learns that there will be a sacrifice and commitment required for love to work. She accepts that she needs to be grounded in order to achieve the stability she is seeking. The treasures around this anchor reflect the rewards that will come with this safe place that she has discovered. When the anchor appears in your spread, look at what area of your life it is providing stability for. An anchor that has several unlucky cards nearby would indicate something is not steady or needs further support. So, I mean, we're not really in an unstable. All right, let's see what the letter says. The Little Red Riding Hood by Charles Perrault is a tale relating to communications. Red Riding Hood's mother has instructed her to bring a basket of treats to her grandmother and to stay on the path. But the wolf has slipped the letter into the basket as well. Unaware of the lupine threat just a few steps away, our heroine has stopped to pick some flowers. Her pause gives the wolf a chance to communicate with her. He tricks her into telling him where her grandmother lives. When she finally made it to her grandmother's cottage, Little Red Riding Hood knew something was wrong. The wolf had devoured the grandmother and eats Red Riding Hood too. The woodsman hears the wolf and quickly cuts him open to save both Red and her grandmother. In this tale, as many, the contents of a letter can affect the outcome of a story. The Lenormand readings, the letter card can represent written exchanges and important information. When you see the letter, know that news of some sort is coming. Other meanings include getting documents or results back from a test. Good news or bad news, the letter needs to be read. So, I feel like this letter has something to do with what you need to learn, what secret needs to be revealed. And then you'd be able to make the right choice on which path to go, which would then be a stable choice. Because right now you're unstable. It's like you're treading on a path without all the information. So it's a very unstable path that you're walking on right now. It's interesting to me that both the King of Earth and the Seneschal of Earth servant, administrator, mediator, justice, law, trustworthy and loyal, loyalty to authority, speak for others, follow the rules or directions given. And the King of Earth is successful, industrious, devoted, steadfast. So it's interesting how this is your obstacle, meaning, I don't know, I feel like, I don't know if it's you or your person, but there is, I feel like your person has not been, like keys on a ring, many options, one night stands, stringing along. You're not trusting your intuition. You're ignoring your gut feeling. You're not seeing the secrets that are being shown to you. You're listening to the community. You're listening to other people regarding this. I don't know if you're in a marriage or you're supposed to be getting married. But you know, it seems like you've forgiven, maybe you're aware of all these things, of how this person is towards you, and you're feeling the Nine of Wands. It's like you don't want to, you're tired of, you've stopped defending, and you're not listening to truth. And I feel like even universe has given you truth. But you're ignoring your own gut instinct. So this is definitely, it's okay for whatever has happened. And you are human and you make mistakes. We all make mistakes. So for some of you, if you're the one that's been collecting keys, forgive yourself. It's okay. As long as you move forward on it. You know, you still have the choice to make the right path. But I feel like this is not you. You're with someone who's in this behavior. So I don't know. There's been a message, a text, a letter, something that maybe you haven't read yet, or you've not really looked at the hidden messages that are in there. So the goddess Ma'at talk speaks of fairness. You know, it's maybe you're dealing with a Libra. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Free yourself from attachment. So maybe it's time to end this relationship with this person and forgive yourself. It was okay that you know, in love, there is only love itself. No room for logic of the mind. So you love this person. You know, of course you did, you know, and even though you ignored all the signs and warnings, so even like looking at this couple, he doesn't look happy to me. He's just like, okay, this is what I got to do. And she's like looking at him adoringly. So even though this might have been what's expected and required of you by family or a community, even though you know, it's okay. Forgive yourself. Accept what has happened. You made a mistake and it's okay to move on. Free yourself from this attachment. And it will be handled in a fair and just manner. Because universe is gonna, you know, is providing you this out, but you can no longer ignore the messages that you're receiving. Truth and clarity needs to come into play here. So, look at the messages that you've been sent. Gather your research, do your information. That way you can make the correct choice of which path, and it will be stable, and it will be fair and just. Remember, you are mighty, multifaceted, multi-talented, and multi-dimensional. A Renaissance woman that shouldn't be pigeonholed or held back. You can be all that you came here to be and then some. But when you feel you are spinning too many plates, drop the ones of lesser value and focus on what is most essential to your soul's calling. Forgive self. That's what I have for you, Pile 7 viewers. I hope it helped. Please click the like button if it did. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button as well. I truly appreciate you being here. In the description box below will be all the decks I've used, how you can support the channel in other ways, and how you can schedule a personal reading with me if you're interested. Until next time, love and light.